Writer's Cave, true stories of why we write what we do, written and presented by John Lehman. Part 1, The Writer as Vampire.
Question: do writers sleep in coffins? In the old days, victims of writers, readers, were occasionally interred while still in an author-induced deep sleep. That may have given rise to the myth from gravediggers and others who observed them emerging from coffins and crypts that literary people do sleep in coffins. So the answer is no, though a writer may choose to sleep in a coffin for other reasons. I understand coffins are quite dark and very quiet. I get this idea for a one-person presentation. A DVD commentary on an Ingmar Bergman film, Persona, suggests that a director-writer is like a vampire. Wow, I think. The writer as vampire. So I wrote something up. It begins this way. It's 35 years ago in one of the Slavic countries that gave rise to the legend of vampires in the 11th century. My first wife and I are wandering the streets of Split, Yugoslavia, an ancient Venetian city on the blue Mediterranean with white buildings stacked up its hills. Come along with me. I just left the army, and we are on the first leg of a year's journey that will take us to Greece, Bulgaria, Italy, Austria, France, Spain, Portugal, and back to Germany. Anyway, it's a warm early fall afternoon, and a crowd is gathered several blocks away. With our 1-year-old in a carrier on my back, we hurry down the seaside street to see what possibly could be going on. There's a snapshot in my memory that remains. A movie is being shot in front of an old hotel. This is intriguing in itself, but when we look past the actors and cameras and see the man who is directing it, it is none other than the legendary Orson Welles. He looks terrible, as wide as he is tall. He's dressed in a black shirt, black trousers, and a black suit coat that he must have slept in. His hair is greasy and hanging straight over his forehead, and his corpulent face is sweaty beet red. He seems to be tilting slightly backwards to balance his colossal weight, but it is the Orson Welles, directing. A taxi pulls in front of the hotel entrance, and as the woman gets out, the camera on the other side zooms in, shooting into the interior of the automobile she's leaving. All this is done without any verbal direction. In fact, this seems to be more of a rehearsal for a scene that will be shot. Orson Welles is...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?